Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And here I am with the Realme X2. And in case you guys didn't know, the Realme X2 was a part initially of my previous charge test, but suffered some major issues. The cable that I use, the charger that I use for the X2, not sure what happened to it, but it was just charging very slowly. And for the first time ever, I had to take a phone out of a charging test just 15 minutes into it. So I went and did a lot of research about this and really wanted to see what was wrong with my charger. Was it something related to the one I had as well? But one thing I also wanted to do was charge up this Realme X2 and use a different charger this time to do it. So today we'll be actually doing a Realme X2 charging test using this, the Super Vooc Charger from the Realme X2 Pro. And this is the 50-watt charger, as you can see right there. And so I'm going to plug this in and we're going to see where does this Realme X2 end up landing in terms of results compared to the other phones I tested in the previous charging test. So here you see I have the power strip, plugging it in, and so it's completely transparent. You can tell I'm plugging it into the Realme X2, and I will move all this stuff aside. But you see, there's the cable going to the Super Vooc Charger. And I'll be using this Redmi Note 8 as the timer for this test. So let's get this started in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Charging up. And there goes the Realme X2. And there you see the Realme X2 is on. I'm going to have it powered on, but with the screen off. And so let's see how we do at 15 minutes. All right, 15 minutes in, let's see how we're doing. 22%. So definitely not as fast as the Realme X2. That thing is insane. But we are finally getting at least a decent charging time here from the Realme X2. From the other test, when it was at 3% after almost 15 minutes, I was just shocked. So, and I do see Vooc, the wording Vooc, appearing now on the Realme X2 as well. So let's go ahead and see what happens after 30 minutes of charging. All right, 30 minutes in, let's see the results so far. 45%. And if you remember from the charge test, at 30 minutes, our Realme X2 Pro had already finished charging. So this is definitely using Vooc charging, but it's definitely not Super Vooc. And I guess it's pretty decent charging time, though, when you compare it to some other phones. For 30 minutes, you get almost 50% charge in 30 minutes. That could pretty much take you for a whole day of use with this Realme X2. Anyway, let's see what the results are at 45 minutes. 45 minutes, let's see where we are with the Realme X2. 68%. So it looks like it's getting closer, but it's definitely, I feel, slowing down a little bit. Obviously, the last 10% of any phone charge will take a little bit longer, but not too bad here as we approach the 1 hour mark. Now, obviously, the Realme X2 Pro has defeated this phone, but the next phone that came in on the list was the OnePlus 7T with a time of 57 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think this one will reach there in time, but let's see how we do at 1 hour. Okay, and just over an hour in, let's see how we're doing with the Realme X2. 83%. So that is pretty good, but it's definitely now in third place from the phones that I tested the other day. The OnePlus 7T right now would have been at 100, and this still has 17% to go. And it's the hardest 17% to do because it starts slowing down as you get to the end of any charge. And so the next phone that was on the list was the Mi 9T Pro, which finished up with a time of 1 hour and 16 minutes. But let's see initially how this phone does at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. 89%. That is surprising. I actually expected this to be in the 90 range at this point. So it looks like it really is slowing down here with the regular Vooc charging. And obviously it is not going at 50 watts here. I don't even know if it's going at 30 watts. It may be going even slower than that. So a little surprising here. I think now at this point, the Mi 9T Pro will definitely surpass it. So this phone would have placed already in 4th place. Let's see if it actually wraps up before the time that the Mate 30 Pro ended at, which if I'm not mistaken was around 1 hour and 25 or 26 minutes. Obviously, the Redmi Note 8 Pro did the worst on that test, and the Redmi Note 8 Pro is no more on this channel. But let's see how we do with this Realme X2 at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, 1 hour and 30 minutes in. Let's see how we're doing. 95%. So officially, as you see it here, using the X2 Pro charger, I'm surprised, guys. I thought it was going to charge a lot faster than this. So I'm not even sure if it's charging at 30 watts. It should be able to charge much faster with this Super Vooc Charger, but it's not happening here. And with 1 hour and 30 minutes into this test, we still have 5% to go. This last 5% is going to take quite a bit of time. So in that test that I did earlier in the previous week, this phone would already be in 5th place. And I think it will definitely end this test definitely sooner than the Redmi Note 8, but it will not do better than any of the other phones. So while it did very well in the drain test, in the charge test, the Realme X2 is not faring as well. But let's see when this all wraps up for the Realme X2. Here we are, 1 hour, 42 minutes, and we are at 99%. And any minute now, this Realme X2 will finish up charging. So pretty surprising result. I thought this would charge a lot sooner, and there it is. That is the end of the test, 100% on the Realme X2. Took 1 hour, 42 minutes with that Super Vooc Charger from the Realme X2 Pro. So not very impressed here, and this may be a subject I will need to revisit. I was actually, when I started this test, originally thinking, okay, which charger should I use? Because a part of me also wanted to try the Warp 30T charging on this Realme X2. Could that become another quick video in the future? Stay tuned, guys. But for now, there it is, the result of the Realme X2, and this would have placed 5th in that charge test that I did earlier last week. So that's it for this video, guys. And if you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Stay tuned, guys. Great content coming on the channel, including my Pixel 4 XL review and upcoming comparisons. Stay tuned for those as well. And that's it. This is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.